Hey guys, welcome to the video. Guys, I hadn't posted for a while now, not gonna lie, a lot of things happened. But the reason why I didn't post was because I was trying to figure things out with myself. I was getting like low, depressed. Ever since I went fruitarian only fruits, I stopped working out, I stopped running, I stopped stretching, and I was just trying to figure things out with myself. And like what's wrong, why I'm still stuck in this situation, why I cannot level up, right? And what happened was I started doing like fasts, right? I did like my medicine fast, if y'all know, is like 55 hours 2 days and one night. But this time I was trying to do two, but I did one first, then the other day I only eat fruits, and then I did the second. Just to give a little context, I'm having family problems. My grandpa is like more needy because he had health issues. I'm tired of being dependent from my parents, and I'm trying to be around them because even yesterday I came from the personal trainer course, and my mom bought Chinese food. So Chinese food is super oily, super fried meat, right? And I told them over and over and over, I don't eat that shit. And if I do, it's because I'm acting unconscious, like I'm reacting, I'm stressed, right? So I don't even want to be around them or around. Yeah, I don't want to be around them because I already know the bullshit is forever. You know what I mean? And they always want me to do things that I don't want to do, and they want to control my life instead of being me choosing how I want to live. The same goes to my grandpa. He also wanted me to work a job that I didn't was enjoying it, and I got really tired, really upset. Like, um, I was flirting with a girl. Everything was going good, and then she got really impatient and started pressing me, and I was like, "What is this, man?" And I kind of lost interest. Um, and then when I go to only fruits and fast, what happens is it becomes really raw, and my heart was still feeling for the other girl that I mentioned like 100 times. I don't even like talk about it because nothing happened out of there. But you know, I got really depressed again. Start like questioning why this happened. Like I should never left the other course. Blah blah blah. All the regrets basically. And then I started doing like 2 days fast, right? And I was thinking to myself, man, if I had a job and I have to work 5 days a week, I cannot do my fasts because I would be hungry from working out and doing classes and all that. So I start questioning: do I really want to do the personal trainer course? Do I want to really be a personal trainer? Am I doing this just from pressure? Am I doing this because I hang around with colleagues and we all doing this together? Like, what's the reason? Is social? Is the only job that I see myself doing? Like, what's the reason, right? And I was just lost, super lost, not doing, knowing what to do. That's why I was fasting. I was depressed. This other girl that I was talking about, like, I don't know why I keep having feelings. I keep having feelings over and over for some reason. Like I thought she was very, smart like me and similar in a lot of things, and I just like her. The way of her being, even being a little bit aggressive and all that, was the aggressive that I enjoy. And other girls, not really. The other girls was like these one that we still figuring things out. Um, Basically, I see as she wants me to, step up and and doing what she has envisioned of what she desires and meant to do. And I just feel like that's not me. You know what I mean? I just feel like I'm not ready. And that's the thing too, is like I like her. Like I had moments where I could see, we being together, and then I start um freaking out and questioning, like, is the right one? Just all type of messed up. But y'all guys don't understand, like, a lot of things happen. A lot of really messed up things happen. You know what I mean? A lot of messed up things happen that I cannot even tell you because it's too personal. But yeah, like, I be fasting mad crazy. I not been working out whatsoever, which is so rare. I used to work out every day, and now it's like, nah, I just want to stop and see what happened. Why can't I level up? Why can't I know a direction I want to be? And as I'm doing second day of dry fast, I'm like, I'm not hungry. I'm not hungry. I started waking up super early, like 3 a.m., things like that. And I'm watching a guy who says he's breatharian. And as breatharian, like, he eats, once a week or once a month. And I was like, that's possible because I'm doing second day and I don't even feel hungry. Another thing was, like, I was doing it, and then I went for a walk. I went to the Polytechnics Park and I trained a little bit, and I felt pain in my heart. I was like, oh, wait a minute, already pain in my heart. Like, this is not good. And I didn't that much train. So I think inside me something told me, bro, you're gonna die if you continue doing this, because I was doing 5K runs, 5 sprints or 3 sprints, then 30 minutes or 20 minutes calisthenics run every day, and my heart was a lot of pain. And I was like, I don't know, like, this direction, you're gonna die. You know what I mean? That was my intuition, and I stopped and I was like, what's going on? I'm tired. Like, I used to enjoy working out. I used to enjoy more of life, As 23, I started having the habit of smoking. I used to smoke CBD weed, medicinal weed or weed. And I was happy. I was working out. Let's go. Like, super on. And as I progress my life, but also as I'm fasting, like, every week, I'm like, things lose taste. Things lose taste. I don't think it's fun to work out no more. I don't enjoy working out. Like, sometimes I'm gonna do it because what I do, like, 99% of humans can't do, So I'm an example, and it's like, oh, I fly myself like Superman, doing all type of tricks, if you watch my other videos. And I was like, I still gonna get it, just to be always able to do mad crazy, like, um exercise that nobody can do, so I can do for a long time. But at a certain time, I'm like, I don't know. It's like, when I fast, I feel like I'm becoming so much brighter. Things get so much cleaner. Like, even yesterday, right? I found a guy who I used to think he was my friend, but now I see him as a hater. And he was big time hater. He started hating big time on me, saying that I don't think right and all type of stuff, because he's a fatty, right? He has some muscle, but he's much a fatty. So I was telling him, like, he started thinking I shouldn't, that I'll this man that I am fruitarian, blah blah blah, is so malnourished, all that. And I'm like, bro, it's because you eat how you eat, you're always sick. And he's always sick, like, always sick all the time. And he, I start putting on him facts, like, we fruitarian, we have a fruitarian digestive system. We fertilize foods because it's to the fruits, fertilize and creates alcohol inside our body. That's why I feel good. And that's how I gave him facts, and I was like, bro, give me one food that you eat, that you wouldn't cook, that you can eat, without fruit, with the part of fruits, nuts, and some vegetables, and he couldn't say one. So I basically like put him on a corner and put logic and put facts, and he snaps and started insulting me. That's what people who has bad, argumental skills do. They start going personal because they see they lose it. And yeah, man, that get me upset because it's like Young Dove music. I found you a hater. Now I cannot not look you the same. And I saw in his rage that it was like a lot of envy, because I go it all. Like I already run 18K. I do metrics. I do weights. I sprint really fast. I can do 2 days without eating nothing, drinking nothing. I'm doing it every week, one day. This week I did 2 days. I do these all amazing things that it really pushes our humanity to show that we can really go way further than people think. The basics, the, the bad thought of, oh, you need to eat all the time, or multiple times a day, or even every day. You don't really need it. And I've been proving that, I look more healthy, look better now. Like I look way more mature, thicker hair, just brighter skin. I just look better, and it's from fasting. It's from fruitarian. While people who hating on it, they looking fatter, they having pimples all over, they getting sick because it's fact. You putting on your body foods that is not made for your species. That's gonna be a problem. You're gonna have, gonna start having problems. Really think about it. You are putting something that is not made for your species. It's like you giving fruits to a lion. He probably gonna start throwing up and getting sick. You're not supposed to do this, Just we humans are not smart enough to really envision. Now, do we eat animals for survival when we didn't have fruits or vegetables? Probably, survival. But what's right? What's gonna put you living longer, not getting sick? Because I don't get sick like that. Since I knew him, he might get sick like 4 or 5 times, and I got sick once with COVID. I took like one med in the day that I got sick. The next day I fasted. I was cool. You know what I mean? Like, I know how to cure myself. I ran 12K. I broke my foot. 38 hours, drive fast, start running again 2 days after. There's a guy there that runs in my course that runs 10Ks, and he injured his foot too. And he's a month without training. So I know way more than most people what health is because I practice. I risk myself and go practice, see what's happening, right? And I needed to do it because I was down bad. I was bad. Like, for one, it's like real regret of leaving the other course. Not because I like it. I didn't like that course. I think any course or most jobs is just slave stuff. They make you be in there. You don't want to be there. You know what I mean? But I like the girl, and I still do. I don't know why. I still do. I regretted leaving things like it was. I regretted how I talked to her and how I treated many ways, to be honest. But I was immature. I was really immature, to be honest. And yeah, then I do dumb stuff like talking with other girls, and then my heart says how I feel, and things. I don't know. I don't know. Like, I don't know, man. My emotions are not good. But yeah, I was really depressed. Really depressed. Today we had another class of dancing and this stuff, and I was like, no, I'm done. I don't want to be in my parents' place no more ever again. You know what I mean? Tired of being there. Tired of being like the child, taking care of the parents, taking care of the child. Like, that's so. To me, it's humiliating. It's like, you're a grown ass person. You should be on your own. You know what I mean? And that's what I'm doing right now. Even the other house, I'm not there because they're gonna go there. So I'm not gonna even be there because I don't want to be that parents and child situation. That's I don't like it. Apart from another a lot of like messed up things, but also they always pressure me to eat in bed. And again, we even have a conversation recently that my brother was like, "Oh yeah, the doctor said." I don't go to doctors, neither do like acknowledge, but they say the doctor said that eating fried food is worse than smoking, and that's exactly what my parents bought me: fried Chinese food. So it just shows that, and it was purposeful. Like I knew it was from a evil point of view, and they know that's bad, but it's just they want me to lower down to what they do. They want me to everybody to fall down, everybody be bad. And I don't want to be bad. I want to eat healthy. Am I not successful? Yeah, I'm not successful. I've been trying, I've been grinding, and now I got to a depression where I saw how my arrogance and me thinking I'm so powerful, I messed up a relationship that I could have created a girl that I really have big feelings for, and I really regretted. And also I was like, yeah, I'm growing. I'm 1,000 followers finally. I remember when I started, that was the goal. But it's like I'm not getting money from it, and I'm kind of tired. Like I'm gonna keep, keep doing it because it's healthy. I'm kind of tired, and I'm not eating, or let me eat to gain energy. I fasted so much that it's like I already knew that I'd been a day without eating. Then I was like, oh, I'm super tired. I go to sleep. I wake up full of energy. And it's like, oh, okay. I don't need necessarily food to have energy. It's more about listening to your body. And when your body want to rest, you rest instead of putting all type of foods in your mouth, even fruits, just to make you more energetic. So I have knees on my pains from when I ran to 18K plus all the runs the days after. I have all type of like injuries, and I was not hearing. I was just pushing, and I got tired of that. But yeah, right now I'm literally in my car, as you guys can see, and I'm not gonna lie. I'm leaving my car right now. Like this is so weird to me. This is so weird. When I left, like I had classes today, I was just not with the head on it. I was just like questioning myself. Do I really want to be a personal trainer? Like, what am I doing in my life? I was just questioning, man. And I just went out. I just went out. Another thing that's happening is like, as I told you, I always had these habits since I started the channel. 23 years old. I'm 26 now. I was smoking now, and I was smoking. It's like lately, since I started this fast, I'm getting like too much of effects to a point that is like I don't even know it's healthy. And I'm inclined to stop. Right, I'm even scared of doing it because of the experience that I had. But also, it's like I want to stop because I don't know. Like I don't know what I'm doing with my life. To be honest, I don't know. I genuinely don't know what I'm doing. You know what I mean? I genuinely don't know what I'm doing. Like I don't want to be in my parents' house no more at all. Because my parents are very toxic, and I always, they do dumb stuff they know they should be doing. So they're gonna make me fail, so they don't feel as bad. If it's all, but I'm really tired of that, and I'm just tired of everything. And I was like, let me just. First, I was like, let me just fast. Then I went here, and yeah, like basically I am here right now, and I consume everything that I had, but I have a bunch of water. I bought a bunch of water, and it's weird to me, living in a car. I'm thinking reality of, okay, I'm living in a car right now in the middle of nowhere with a lot of water. And I never slept in my car before, you know what I mean? I never spent the night in my car. This is really a homeless situation where I never been. And I remember telling you guys, for those who are here for long, because this video is not longer available. A lot of videos are no longer available. A lot of y'all who missed out my beginnings, y'all missed out because the video is not available. But I used, I said when I came first time to live alone, and used to be like my grandpa house. Now my parents bought them, but first time was literally like, I'm just gonna go. I'm tired of living with my parents. You know what I mean? And it's all this bullshit or hating, all this hater shit, and you know, because yeah, it is what it is. But yeah, all this hater shit, and I was like, man, if I have to be homeless, I'm gonna be homeless. I don't know, I'm gonna be homeless. I don't care, blah blah. But I remember the time I was like, I was saying it, but I was kind of scared of doing it. And then I started thinking when I started doing the drive fast, just because when you do a drive fast, you really feel powerful in the sense of like, okay, like I'm just keep doing this, feeling more enlightened, reflecting way more, and realizing things that I used to not realize. You know what I mean? And I don't know. It's like, what's the perfect place to go when I'm not gonna be bothered? And it's by my own self, you know? It's like Jesus. Jesus went to the desert alone. He didn't say, oh, just for you to know I'm going to the desert. Even when his mother and the brothers came and he was with the apostles, he was like, oh, this is my family, like humanity, right? He didn't care about their blood relatives. And it comes to show that it's like when you trying to do the right thing, most people ain't right. Most people don't wanna do what makes sense, like eat healthy, eat natural foods that are pleasing to your eye instead of cooked foods or processed foods who are literally made by human hands is not for your species. Like every animal they eats, like they know what to eat. Carnivore eats animals, herbivore eats uh, vegetables, none of them cook nothing, none of them get the diseases or the blood pressures or diabetes, all that stuff. Just humans are not that intelligent, you know what I mean? And I want to eat healthy, and I can't eat healthy around family members because they don't want to eat healthy. They cry a lot. Oh, I have this pain here, I have this pain here, I'm dying, literally. I have family members. My uncle died this year. My grandpa had a stroke recently. My father is always having uh, back pains, and he also had, uh, you know, hypertension. As my mother is like, everybody has a lot to say, but none of them change their ways, And I want to change their ways. I try in the past to make them go fruitarian, go raw vegan, but they ain't doing it. You know what I mean? They just stick with their ways. They don't care. And for me, that's really not an option. You know what I mean? I might go wrong, as I did yesterday in Chinese, or just right now. I drink. First, I eat like corn, then an avocado, but then I drink a Red Bull that I had. And that's wrong. But in general, I'm not gonna be like, oh, let me all every day, all the time, eat things that is bad for me. You know what I mean? I'm getting stronger and stronger and getting more to a place of just eating what's right, and even not eating, experimenting just to live as a divine creature where you are literally living and experience life and the thoughts and even the bad thoughts and the past traumas and the regrets, and you're just living it. That's fasting. Fasting is living, basically. Instead of running away, by something bothers you and you're gonna eat something just to calm down, or smoke or drink. Fasting is literally like you just living. You just living, you know what I mean? That's why it's so hard. But at the same time, what's the best thing you can do to check yourself? You know what I mean? What's the best thing you can do to check yourself? Literally, if I'm fasting, I'm realizing like, bro, I'm literally in my car as a homeless person. You know, my car is all type of messed up. Uh, yeah, I have food that I ate in here, and that's my life. You know what I mean? That's my life. My life is living in one of my parents' house because I don't want to be in the same place they are, and then go into their place. So I have a personal trainer course, doubting myself. Do I want to be a personal trainer? Always thinking like I'm I'm just made to be great. I'm not made to just be, having a regular job. And it's so weird to me because for one, reality shows me that you don't have nothing. You really don't have nothing. You know what I mean? I have still some resources, so I'm not saying I don't have nothing to survive, but life in a car is. I thought it was gonna be okay. I thought it was like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna swim in the beach, then take a shower on these free showers, then go dry myself with a towel, and then I'm just gonna be in my car and all that. And once I got here and experienced for the first time, I had the courage to, be independent for the first time. It's like, this is a mess, man. All this is a mess. It's crazy to me. I wouldn't feel comfortable right now to go into the mall because I messed up. Like, I didn't have paper towels, I didn't have a knife. Like, I messed up. All my clothes is messed up. My shoes, my sneakers, like full of mud because I just went there. And I'm not gonna lie, I had smoke. I had a huge high where I just went to nature and messed up my sneakers and came here and was having a high. I was like, oh, this is like a video game. We're just living here. But that really doesn't matter. That really doesn't matter. I definitely wanna stop smoking. I'm trying more and more to stop. But at the same time, as I'm telling it's like when you live a life that I was so programmed to just keep training, going hard, keep popping up videos, and it's gonna happen. And now I'm getting to 27 years old, like I do in February, right? And it's like nothing changed. Nothing changed. Is that gonna take me somewhere? The the fitness, I don't know. I genuinely don't know. I'm not seeing it happen like that. So I'm kind of questioning if I'm just living in a delusion, you know what I mean? And what I'm gonna do, because uh always was so like so much confidence in God. But what I see is like I keep being stuck in the same situation, and it seems that you just have to, I don't know. It's like I'm gonna fast now, but me being just here in this situation makes me feel that life is just what it is. Life is kind of, is not what we dream about a lot of times, because I don't know, it's harder than it looks like. It seems like you just have to have a job or a hustle, and even if you have a luxurious thing, I could have a luxurious thing right now. I could have a Ferrari and a mansion. I know I still will have a void because it's all the trauma that you've been through and all the experience. That's why I'm having like therapy once a week, and I'm loving it because I just discover more, understand more and more about myself. But yeah, I really don't know what I'm doing. I'm gonna be honest, I don't know what I'm doing. The fest felt amazing, but I decided that, I'm not gonna smoke no more. That's a must for me. I feel like it's kind of dangerous. I'm losing control of over it. And I have a bunch of water. I just think of water fast. I don't know if that's gonna take me somewhere. I can say that I had experience where I did a dry fast, and like in the end of the day, I was feeling like super ecstasy in my brain. I was like super happy, just moving out, and I felt like that experience is amazing. Is amazing naturally. I was like, wow, that's amazing. I want to feel that again. So I did the second day. I didn't feel that, but I do feel change. I do feel change. I do feel answers. And even me now being like, oh, is this life? That's it? This is life? You know what I mean? I really question, is this life? That's it? We live, we have to find a job or something to work on. And is this life? Like, I already lost the dreams of the dream girl that I always wanted. God showed me, God showed me and told me, do not quit, and I did that shit. And I just see myself like, I don't know. For me, I don't know. 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 I genuinely don't, man. Like, I experienced so much. I had multiple different jobs. I did real estate. I work as like a servant, giving coffees on that shit. I work as human resources. I work as a team leader. I work as, working with kids with autism, which made me discover that I probably have autism too, by the way of doing things and all that stuff. Um, I did a bunch of different jobs. I work with dogs. I was like trying to figure out like it has to be a job that I enjoy doing. I cannot live a life that I don't enjoy doing. Then I realized like in this fast, I realized like any job you're just a slave to it. You're just a slave, You just slaving in exchange for money. And I realized like I was watching this guy. Um, I don't remember his name, but I was watching this guy and he was telling how in the Bible the meaning of things, because I read the Bible, I have right here, and he was telling how the manna from God is really just know that we are divine, we do not die, we don't need food even, and they were surviving from that conscious state that I had in my second day too. And he was just saying how the scripture of, oh, okay, now you're going to start eating other foods, you're going to start eating foods through your mouth, so now you're going to have to work for it. And that's society. We work so we be able to eat and have a shelter. And he was telling that, and I was like, I'm not gonna lie, I even think of like, yeah, I can be breatharian, because breatharian is just, imagine if I eat today and then I eat in like 2 days from now, and then I eat the next day, and then I eat like a day and a half from now. That's being breatharian too. Breatharian is just living with you until you can't no more, and that's why you go grab food, right? Because that's what we do really. Most times we're not hungry, you know what I mean? And by and I do believe, to be honest, that you can survive by your own essence. I had the experience where I felt the sun and just feeling my energy super, getting energy from it. And I had experience where I was super tired. I meditate for 30 something minutes. Then I get up and like super fresh. Like, what is this? So I know that is not as simple as, oh, just need food to survive. And by his teachings, like, food is really how you die. You're gonna die by eating, while you can live forever if you learn to work on your body, and your essence, only to breathing. But regardless, like, even if you want to eat, which I just did, is like, you want to live way longer if you eat the right things, like proper vegetables, proper fruits, proper nuts, than if you be eating foods that are not for a species, cooked foods, processed cooked foods, So I don't know. I'm kind of lost, but at the same time, I was starting bugging off, but at the same time, it's like, I don't know. It's like I am also thrilled to just do this fast and see where that gets me, because I'm still lost. I still don't know what I'm doing really. I really don't know what I'm doing. Like, to have a normal life where you just work, then eat, and then have a girlfriend, have kids, is like, that's not me. And even the rich people become rich, and then you have all the girls you want, and all the cars and the yachts and all that. It really doesn't matter to me. You just stuck again. It's just there, like, it doesn't make sense to me. That can't be life. That can't be life. We slaving just to live, and I don't know. It has to be more to it. It has to be more to it to me. So for one part, I do want to go. This return journey is new for me. Is new, and I'm telling you, yo, I'm telling you, you're gonna reflect so much. You're gonna get way smarter. I had a work that I had to do like 900 words, and I was like, my computer super fast. I was like, damn, my brain is super effective. And yesterday I was in my motorcycle, and when with one hand pushing the accelerator, the other I was taking off these, literally one hand going forward with my motorcycle, and usually I need balance with both. So it shows that my brain is getting so much more efficient that I can even do extremely hard and kind of dangerous, but that's me, actions. So I want to continue going, because I hear people selling like, oh, when you get to the 21 days, when you get to the 40 days, that's where I'm really start seeing the spirit and living the spirit. And I feel like me doing once a week a drive fest already led to that, where I realized a lot of things. But yeah, I do want to know more, because this life right now is too blunt for me. It's too blunt. I cannot have feelings for someone and not get over it ever. It been months. It been months. How do I still feel the same? And then it's like, I'm gonna be a servant. I never want to be a servant, But if I'm gonna be a personal trainer, the interesting, I'm gonna be a servant. Just today it was a dance day, so I had to go there and dance like a clown. It's like I don't see it. I cannot see it. I cannot see it myself. I rather die. I don't know. I don't know explain. And when I have a depression, like when I feel depressed, regrets are not falling through with the course with the girl that I still like, and other things, just feeling depressed, just feeling really depressed. And when I fast is when it goes away, and it's just different. I don't know how to explain. I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm definitely doing things that I wanted to do in the past, but I was too scared to do it, and I'm finally doing. Like, I have money if I want to buy a van, you know what I mean? I have money to buy a very, very far away house because things are expensive. But I have a little money packed up, and but I don't know what I want to do with it. From yesterday eating, I'm definitely way more hungry. I'm definitely way more hungry, and it's super weird for me why I'm so hungry. But also by doing the dry fast, what I realize is I'm just doing what I want to do. I always started doing that since I quit the jobs, corporate jobs. I started doing what I want to do, and I didn't know where it was taking me, but I was just trusting in God and seeing what's gonna happen. And I don't know. I want to keep doing that because that's just me. I'm not someone who settles. I'm not someone who conforms. I'm not someone who submits. I just keep pushing. But yeah, I'm leaving in my car right now. This is super crazy. I don't know. From yesterday eating, I'm feeling hungry. Like, even though I just want to have water with me, I really don't know. Like, because I'm not gonna lie. Even life, like, if you go outside right now, it don't matters nothing to me. You know, like what God put us on, the nature and you know just like nature and people and social, it doesn't is it's not what I don't enjoy it. I really don't. Like, is this supposed to be life? Like, that's what I have to do. I'm in this life to live here for what? What's the meaning of this? Why are we like, it doesn't make sense. Most people are slaves, you know? And even if we if imagine that I could go vegetarian, I'm just gonna leave. And part of me is like, bro, continue going and fasting, now water fast, and you're gonna just feel different because that's what happens. You just continue going and just start feeling different, feeling a little bit better, and then you're enjoying things that you used not enjoy. Me going fruitarian, only eating fruits and fasting, I'm definitely see myself as my younger self enjoying more things. And I want to keep that path because it's the only path that I really have. I have no other path. If this fails, I don't really know what I do in my life. I don't really know what I'm doing in my life. This is the plan right now. The training, for me, that's cool, but I was gonna have a heart attack as training as an athlete as I am with the. And I was about to say like a history of bad hearts, but reality is just your heart is how you feel deeply, is your emotional side. So if he's hurting a lot, is you just doing something wrong. And I always go back to that other girl. I don't know why. I guess it was kind of my happy place for a moment. But even now, if I went to, y'all don't even understand the change. Y'all really don't understand the change of when you do a dry fast, especially weekly. You change as a person. You change as a human being. I watch my videos now and like, who is this kid? Literally, I see as way more immature than I used to be. I see what I used to be so immature. That's what I mean. And I don't even know, like, I don't even know if things will gonna work out. I'm just coping. I don't know. I generally don't know, like, meaning of life. But at certain time, like, I'm hungry and I feel like eating, but at the same time, I just remember people who really do like 21 days water fast, 40 days water fast. There's so many people doing it, you know what I mean? And then you have people who say they're breatharians and they look like it, like skinny but healthy, shiny, full of light. And I'll be like, that's the only way for me to go. I've been trying to go that direction. I was keeping on the low because I will be like, people already think like a lot of people are haters. A lot of people like think I'm backwards, but a lot of people, also see the sense in what I'm doing and go in that direction, just how I used to be. But at the same time, from going to a fruitarian and explaining that you have that, just what makes more sense as a species to say that I'm going to be a breatharian, which is basically an angel that is a being who does not eat, does not drink, and is immortal. He doesn't die because he knows how to live with his energy. That's a different thing. That's the thing where people are gonna be like, "Oh, that what?" So I already get so much backlash from my family and colleagues and everybody for just from being fruitarian, just for only wanting to eat fruits because God told us that fruits is our source of food for our species, and I believe in God. So, and I'm eating also different stuff like nuts sometimes, some vegetables sometimes, but in general, it's always food. But doing that to be vegetarian, that's different because that's where people are gonna be like, oh, so you're gonna starve yourself. So before it's like, oh, you probably don't have nourishment, and now it's like you're really not eating, so you're gonna starve yourself, you're gonna die, right? But the thing is, the lies came saying you're gonna die in 3 days, you're gonna die in 7 days, and then you have people doing literally not eating, and you have people doing dry fast, water fast, and they doing it for weeks, or more than a month, and it just shows that it was lies, and we don't know a lot of things that it was just lies. It's just lies. As uh, breakfast the best, is necessary, or you need to eat this. It's like it's just a bunch of lies constantly, and you know it's just weird at the same time because for me, I used to work out every day and then run every day and then stretch every day. And as I started fasting more and more, I got to a point that like I just don't feel like doing things that I don't want to do no more. Everything that it makes me suffer, that I'm tired of doing, I'm gonna stop doing. And that's what I did. I don't stretch no more. I work out like yesterday, but I hadn't worked out for like almost 2 weeks before that. I hadn't run yet, and I'm feeling my body more. Um, I'm just changing direction instead of like going the direction that everybody's doing and just hustling and all that stuff. I got to a point where I was like, what if we really are immortal beings? We really are divine. And Jesus told us that, you can become an angel. An angel is just a being that has conscious, has too much conscious. Um, and I'm not there. But at the same time, I don't really know what I'm doing with my life. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm pretty hungry right now. And my compromise now, I used to be once a week I'm gonna fast, and I decided to do two. But the thing with two is like it's too spiritual. You really start to feel like I'm not gonna die. Like I can be immortal. I can have amazing powers. I can be a god, not a god like the earth who controls everything, but it can be a god of like immortal and just have different things that I'm not even want to talk about because it's too much for you to understand or to grasp their reality. So yeah, like basically I'm leaving my car. I'm homeless right now because I don't have a house. Um, but I'm not gonna lie. I had camped before multiple times, and I'm me. I really don't need to be, taking a bath every day and changing my clothes every day. And I'm really like from the jungle. I'm wild. I'm genuinely I am like I always was like that. And even when I was in my house, I was like not caring much. I've been like 2 weeks on the wilds with other people camping, but I've been 2 weeks and you don't take showers every day. You know what I mean? And when you take, it's not a shower, you're going to the lake. So I've been living as our species designed to, and I want to see what this takes me. You know what I mean? Nothing wrong is going to be for me just experimenting, live, and be more independent, because my parents are annoyance, you know? And the bullshit that already happened to me is like, I'm just too tired of dealing with them, genuinely. And I'm tired of they, like, for me, somebody who is doing something that is killing them, they know is bad for their health, but because they fucking up, they want you to mess up too, so they feel less bad. For me, that's an evil person. I will never do that. I will never be like weak and maybe eating like something that is not good and be like, oh, eat with me this. I feel that that's evil, you know? If somebody is doing the right thing, applaud them. It's not the opposite. And I feel like that my whole family is like that. My uncle gave me a huge, when I was eating healthy and fruitarian, my uncle gave me to birth a huge Toblerone. Why? Because he knew I was doing right. And look where he is now, dead. And that's what happened in life. It's like, you ain't doing the right things, bad things gonna happen to you. In karma, everything you do, you bad to other people, the same thing is gonna happen to you. The same bad energy is gonna come to you. And as I fast, I feel more light. Gas came out of me, like I feel with more breath, and I'm more relaxed. Uh, people can sense that through my energy, that I'm just a good human being, and I don't know, it's like that's the right direction for me. That's what makes sense. And another thing is like I had huge discussions, but also my colleagues there are always like, "Oh, are you doing all right? Are you doing this?" And I feel like the devil is in everybody who obeys the system, because people are like that. It's like, oh yeah, eat these things that is cooked, that is not for your species. Um, oh yeah, you have to have a job, be a slave, and do things that you don't like, and then for cope, you're gonna eat bad stuff or use drugs or alcohol, right? And for me, it doesn't make no sense. Everybody going that direction, for me, doesn't make no sense. That's crazy for me that we're doing that. So I really start tapping into that thing of like the breatharian start making sense to me, because it's like, it can't be, man. It can't be. And even the Bible literally said like, oh yeah, God made you survive on manna, and but the people chose to start eating, and because of that, they now have to work for their food. That's slavery. And I don't know. I just feel like I have to. It has to be better to me. I cannot really. I cannot really like. I don't know. Like I can never. I cannot exist in that reality. A reality that I'm unhappy on a daily basis. I cannot exist in that reality. And I'm telling you, like I was feeling like that hours ago. I was feeling like that hours ago, and it was from me being like, fuck it. And instead of going to another class and dealing with more bullshit, I just came here alone, bought water, and be like, okay, I don't have more smoke, I don't have more food, I just have my books and just have water and just have me to reflect, and nature. And that's what I feel like I need, because I need to find myself and I need more answers. And you really go find the answers within, without. So I'm ready to do this another fast. And even if I'm not gonna do, I'm gonna eat healthy, and I feel happy now because I am doing what I wanna do. I'm not being dependent on nobody. When you're dependent on somebody, you're a slave to that person or that people. And I remember the Bible say, never ask a loan, because you're gonna turn a slave to that person. And I realized today that I am a slave to my parents, because I go to a house, and in that house is there, so they can show up wherever they feel and start nagging why I didn't go to the course, or you are running away from again having a job, and you're not doing what we do, and you're not eating what we eat, and you're not settling like we settle. You know, they want me to follow their path and have the same thing, have a kid and all that shit. It's like that's not me. That's not me. You know, I know I said they were horrible parents. I'm gonna say that was messed up, and that's why me and my brother messed up as same. But I'm gonna live as I wanna live. You know what I mean? And I'm never fearful of death. I'm generally not. I can sleep in my car, like I don't care. Anybody wanna fight, I'll beat the shit out of you. And if I die, man, I don't care. Generally, when I started fasting and I was like, is he safe? I was like, I don't even care. Like, I'm so depressed. If I die, I don't care. Like, it don't matter to me. And I think I'm special. I do think I'm special. And I do think this God is taking the right path with me. It's just me that I'm not seeing it. So that's always just has to trust in. And yeah, I'm just gonna keep pushing. I'm just gonna keep pushing. As I told you, I hadn't uploaded for mad long because I was just like, people won't understand me and gonna annoy me. Not y'all, like not y'all in general, but people, like a lot of people watch my channel. It's not everybody who I know. So I was not for it because people are not respectful. People are, oh, he's crazy. I have to manipulate him to eat or do this or do that. It's like, nah, I'm always gonna live for me, always do me, always do what I wanna do. That's what I do. I prefer, like, I'm gonna do what I wanna do, you know what I mean? And people don't respect that. And that's why I keep up my own. And I don't wanna have friends or don't wanna have a girlfriend because I know people won't accept, like me saying I wanna fast for days. People don't wanna accept that. It's like, oh, that's not good. When did I like ask for your opinion or just leave him be? I'm 26 years old, going 27. I'm a grown adult. I take my own decisions. You know what's crazy? Crazy to me is people eat meat and candy and all type of stuff, and then they be dying from diabetes and heart attack. That's crazy to me. How are you not eating healthy and living a life that is more fortunate? That's crazy. But the people that say that I'm crazy for doing this, I'm from looking so young, 26, beautiful human being, and they say I'm crazy, but you look way worse. You look way worse. You look way more unhappy. And I can tell you for sure that when you fast, you're gonna go deep to that depression, to that anxiety, the cause of trauma. Is gonna remember things. Even fruitarians, you only go fruits, you wanna remember things. Traumas, deep traumas, things maybe you don't even remember because it was too hard for you to deal. So I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm doing in the end of the day, and I do my own journey. Nothing matters to me. When I read, like, I never really read like that, but the only book that I really read, like, I read the whole Bible already. I'm reading for the second time. I also have like other books like in engineering that and I have other that is in Portuguese that is like spiritual, the hands of light, seeing auras and stuff, which I'm starting to be able to see it by fasting. Which again, I'm just telling you, gain spiritual powers in this process. You might not believe it, but it's true. And also, I don't know, my life is kind of is mad crazy. But I always say like this: my life is a movie, guys. Everybody living the same. Everybody do the same stuff, and I'm just the one of the only ones who are able to risk it, able to take the risk, able to do the crazy things that everybody want to do or risk and then have courage. And then I think to myself, oh, I don't have courage for this and that. But generally, I am living my life how I said I was going to live. Exactly the same. And yeah, I don't know where that's gonna take me as always. I really don't know what's gonna take me as always. But I'm gonna do me. It has to be answered. I know God didn't just, put me in a situation where I had to be unhappy. Why would God put me in a situation where I have to be unhappy? It doesn't make no sense. God, who created us and wants us to be happy and in peace with a partner, like only eating fruits and being, just being happy. He created me, but in a space where I have to be a slave to the devil. It doesn't make sense to me, man. I feel like God is just. I genuinely, all my life, like, being seeing more and more of that is like, God is just. He will hurt you if you do bad things too. You're gonna pay 7 times more, or, it's karma. He's gonna pay for your bad deeds as there's good ones. So I don't believe, like, me being so loyal to God and since 18 reading the Bible, praying. I don't believe God just leaving me be and, like, having to have a life that I don't like. I see people who are more evil submitting to a life they hate, but I genuinely believe it's God not letting them see clearly what's what you should be doing and what's the path. And in the Bible it said that God came to the sky and leave the body, right? So the body started decaying, and what you have to understand is, like, what that means is, like, you start seeing things conscious spiritually, and you start seeing things as reality, right? And you just on the common thing of, like, eating, working, and that's it. And I believe there's more. I receive crazy experiences, and I intend to continue. I have nothing to lose. I genuinely have nothing to lose. Imagine that. Somebody who doesn't like life, so is, and even I question if Jesus wasn't like that, doesn't like life, so he puts in a situation where it's like most people wouldn't put themselves because they want to live, but for someone who doesn't care, it's just time to learn. And who knows that I can become like a breatharian or discover things or go in a direction where I can be happy. That's always my goal. Be happy. Be happy, be happy, be happy, be happy, be happy. Always my goal. I don't, I will never just settle for a life that I don't like. What I'll do, we only have one life and you're gonna live a life you don't like. It doesn't make sense. Like, it doesn't make sense. We have one life, man. I live in my car right now. I'm happier here in my car, in my dirty car, than, in a house that is very accommodating and I can take a hot bath or a hot shower and eat whatever I want to eat. Like, I don't want that. I really don't. I prefer way more I'm doing right now. This is an adventure. Who knows? I can go wherever I want to go. I can go to hot beaches, man. I can go to another country. Now that I'm taking the risk, I'm thinking like what I can do. I can go travel, be an adventurer. You know what I mean? I've been seeing people in going to the jungles, or I could go to, um, just different places, tropical places. And I'm finally, because I'm taking all this dependency that I had to my parents, all that comfort away. Because I'm taking all that comfort away, I'm finally seeing, like, everything that I can do, and it's just taking life and risking it. And yeah, I'm just gonna continue. I know the answer is gonna come. The more you fast, the more truthful your feelings are. I wouldn't have run away from my parents' house to be living on the streets if I wasn't fasting. I want to do that for me alone, but I didn't have the courage. The more I fast, the more courage I got. The more lighter you feel, the more you go for what you do instead of settling and get feeling heavier and heavier. So that's what was been going on, guys. That's what's been going on. I hadn't posted none, but that's really what's been going on. And yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna lose battery eventually. So I'm even gonna have the phone. I'm just gonna see what's gonna happen. But yeah, that's gonna going on, man, with my life. Guys, live life, man. Enjoy life and do what you wanna do. Don't have to be me. You don't have to follow my path. What you need to do is do what you wanna do. Do what you wanna do. You know what I mean? That's what you have to do. Do what you wanna do. Don't live for other people. Don't live for your parents. Don't live for your friends. Like, they want you to do something. Don't live for your grandparents. They want you to do something, but you don't want to do that. You are wasting your own life. You are destroying your own life. You have only one life, and you are taking your life and giving to a person because they feel a certain way. What does it matter? Look at my grandparent. I already told him, eat fruits, man. He had a stroke, eat fruits fast. And he's like, oh no, I can't and keep eating the same shit. He's gonna die. I used to feel sorry. Now I'm like, I see it, you deserve it. So you're gonna eat another beans and feel like you deserve to live? No, God is just. You're gonna have exactly what you deserve to. And that's life. God is really just. You are not special. So that's how I see things, man. And God always be my father, my true father, like the one who really I really can like trust fully. That's my father. It's God. I've been living this way since forever, really, because as a kid, I always was spiritual, always feel energies, um, and always saw Buddha, always enjoy very much, and was like super trying to understand that Jesus. uh, Always interested in doing what the 40 days fast that Jesus did. Always felt like, oh, maybe I am, a very important person. I just have to reach their levels of meditation or fasting understanding of the world. I believe it all. That's why I'm a chosen, because I believe it all. I believe and I trust. People can say all the time, oh, like you eat other things, you don't have energy, you don't work out because you're only eating fruits, that's bad, or uh, you lack the proteins, you lack this. I don't care nothing, man. People are peasants to me. Truly. I don't care about none of that. Like, everything people say don't matter to me. I only trust in God. God is the only one who I'll follow, and I've been following only God. I've been following only God, and life don't matter nothing to me. It really doesn't. So yeah, like, yo, don't live for other people, live for yourself. From someone who doing it itself, like, live for yourself. Oh, listen to your heart. I have no pains of heart, and I just rather drink a Red Bull. Okay, I have no pains of heart, because the pain, it doesn't come from, oh, it's just your health and this and stress. No, the heart's gonna hurt when you following the opposite direction what you want to do, because you are submitting to other people emotions and feelings. You are just, accommodating. Uh, you're just settling. Don't do that. Don't settle. You're gonna be happy and happier, and it's gonna see that it's gonna fall down and be worse and worse by the day. But yeah, that's me. Like, I know y'all hadn't seen me recording like this, but I'm a different person, and I don't know. I'm just gonna continue. I truly believe, like, if I do, like, even, to be honest, like, even if I do like 7 days, even if I do like 7 days only water, I feel like 7 days. Like, I don't believe I can do more than 7 days as the state that I'm in. But I don't even know if I can get 7 days. But I know that God got me. If I'm not seeing it, I'm just, it's not clear enough. It's not clear enough. I be receiving so many answers from fasting. God got me. If not clear enough, I just have to continue obeying. Dry fasting, water fasting, or only fruits, depending on how how I can handle, you know. Just gonna continue the path, man. Believe God have every good intention, and I'm just not seeing it. Or I am seeing the possibility, but when I feel low, remember that. That's it. So yeah, guys, see y'all, man. Bye.